Welcome to Neon, the place where powerful ideas turn into life-changing action. What if I told you that most startups don't fail because they lack talent, money, or passion, but because they build something nobody actually wants? Sounds harsh, right? Imagine spending months, maybe even years, creating the perfect product, only to realize the market doesn't care. Painful, expensive, avoidable. That's exactly what today's book is about. In this video, we'll break down one of the most important business books for entrepreneurs, creators, and dreamers, The Lean Startup. Whether you're building a company, launching a YouTube channel, starting a side hustle, or even working on a personal project, these lessons can save you time, money, and frustration. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at success the same way again. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Neon, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next powerful book summary. Let's begin. The traditional way of building a business sounds simple. Create a business plan, build the product, launch it, and hope customers buy. But here's the problem. Hope is not a strategy. Most people assume they know what customers want. They spend huge amounts of time perfecting features, branding, and details before even testing the idea. And then they fail. Why? Because assumptions are dangerous. The Lean Startup teaches us a completely different approach. Don't start with certainty. Start with experimentation. Instead of asking, "How do I build this perfectly?" ask, "How do I test if people actually need this?" This is where the concept of the minimum viable product, or MVP, comes in. An MVP is not your final masterpiece. It's the simplest version of your idea that allows you to learn. Not impress, learn. Let's say you want to create a food delivery app. Most people would spend months building the app, hiring developers, designing logos, and creating systems. But a lean entrepreneur would start much smaller. Maybe they simply create an Instagram page, take orders manually through messages, and deliver food themselves. Why? Because the goal is not to look big. The goal is to discover if people care. That small test can save thousands of dollars and months of wasted effort.
This leads to the most important cycle in the book. Build, measure, learn. First, you build a simple version. Then, you measure how people respond. Then, you learn from the results. And then, you repeat. Again, and again, and again. Success is not one giant perfect move. It's a series of smart, small experiments. But here's where many people get stuck. They collect data, but the wrong kind. They focus on vanity metrics. Likes, views, downloads, followers. These numbers feel good, but they can be dangerously misleading. 1 million views means nothing if nobody buys. 1,000 downloads means nothing if nobody returns. Real progress comes from actionable metrics. Metrics that answer questions like, are customers coming back? Are they paying? Are they recommending the product? Are we actually solving a real problem? That's the data that matters. Another powerful lesson from this book is knowing when to pivot. A pivot is not failure. It's a strategic change in direction based on what you've learned. Many people hold on to bad ideas because of pride. I already spent so much time on this. But time already spent is not a reason to keep going in the wrong direction. Smart founders are not attached to ideas. They are attached to solving problems. If the original plan isn't working, they adapt. That flexibility is often the difference between success and collapse. And this lesson applies far beyond business. Maybe your study method isn't working. Maybe your content strategy is failing. Maybe your fitness plan is giving no results. Don't just work harder. Measure, learn, pivot.
The book also challenges the idea that failure is the opposite of success. Actually, failure, when used correctly, is part of success. Every failed test gives information. Every wrong turn gives clarity. Every no gets you closer to the right yes. The real failure is refusing to learn. That's what separates amateurs from professionals. Professionals test, professionals adapt, professionals improve. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They start, and they learn faster than everyone else. That's the true competitive advantage. Speed of learning. Not intelligence, not luck, not funding. Learning faster. So what's the biggest takeaway from the lean startup? Stop trying to be right. Start trying to discover what's true. Because business is not about having the best idea. It's about creating something people genuinely need. And the faster you test reality, the faster you move toward success. So if you have an idea you've been delaying, a business, a channel, a dream project, don't wait for perfect. Start small, test fast, learn faster. That's how real growth happens. And that's how winners are built. If you enjoyed this summary, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Neon, and share this with someone who needs to stop overthinking and start building. Tell us in the comments, what idea are you ready to test this week? We'd love to hear it. See you in the next video on Neon.